good. Let's go, man. That's what's up. Yo, man, I share the sentiments with you guys, man. That was a good dialogue right there, bro.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on, but before we do have a Q&A portion of the show towards the end of the show. So if you got your questions, it could be about anything. It could be about what we're talking about today, or it could be about just a question that you have for the panel, and you just want to get a man's perspective on something. We're gonna keep it a being with you all day long. So go ahead and put your question in the chat, and we'll go ahead and save it for later after we go through our feature topic. And then also, if you want to hop in on the fire, as my boy Rollo would say if he was moderating, hop in on this fire. There will be a link. It will be a link for you to hop in on this fire. Where you
Hop on in this file with us.
in this fire. You know what I mean? So we got that going on, man. But appreciate it.
Trademark
Appreciate it, man.
statement.
We're gonna move on, fellas.
Let's
All
wait.
right. Our next topic. This gonna be a good one, yo. This gonna be a good one. Hey,
Trademark stuff.
watch out, David Copperfield. I'm gonna make a 400-pound man disappear forever. This gonna be
Forever. Forever.
All my baby servant. All my servant. Look, Sherman is gone. Okay. Can the concept of updating your resume be applied to life and relationships?
Woo! Who came up with that? Was that us?
I
Was
don't
that
know who
us?
came up with that, man. Yeah, I
Was
don't
that
know
us?
who came up with that. it was somewhere in this tripod somewhere. I don't know who came up with
Damn.
that.
Somebody in this triangular setting here.
Right.
Yo,
Damn. That's a good question.
so can and ladies and gentlemen, if you want to chime in the chat, please do so. Can the concept, think about the concept of updating your resume, can it be applied? Can that concept be applied to life and relationships? And JB the Gent, I'm gonna go ahead and hand the ball off over to you so you can run it from the line of scrimmage, dog. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yes. Affirmative. However you want to take it. Yes, it can be. If you think about the concept of updating your resume, you always want to look good on paper. Your
Absolutely.
stats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What you accomplished, you know what I'm saying? What you you know what I'm saying, you deemed important to you, what you dedicated yourself to, what you want to apply, you know what I'm saying, what you want to say off as an application to whatever you're doing as a project. Yes, it definitely is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not talking about stat pad neither.
Mm.
I'm talking about true devotion to dedication to certain aspects of your life. Yes, I think it can be. You know what I'm saying? Like this concept is so unique though. You know what I'm saying? When we came up talking in the meeting, I was like, yeah, I definitely need to do this one. Yes, because it's unique though. If nobody ever thought about it like that. And I haven't. I had to be honest. I never thought about it like that. Updating your resume according to life and relationships. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know one thing that you do, you know what I'm saying, as far as your resume, you kind of leave out stuff that is not necessarily what's needed for the situation itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people tend to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about taking that talent and moving over to life and relationships, but that's just a thing that's been done. You know what I'm saying? So don't get the big head off the whole thing. We're just talking about the fact of achievements.
Mm-hmm.
And certain dedications that you have with yourself. Like, I became to be a better listener. I became to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff that's self-achieving. You know what I'm saying? And you want to actually update yourself after every relationship or experience or chapter in your life.
Yep.
I think that should be. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think it should be a concept that people should take on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of that, because you think about the updated resume concept, you have to literally think about, first thing you got to do is think about your past experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got to think about your past experience and in detail explain your past experience to an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes you have to have sometimes these are bad experiences. Sometimes they didn't end great. You know what I'm saying? But what out of of you was productive and positive about that experience. See, this is where the work needs to be done.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That's why you need to dedicate time for yourself to understand what your flaws were at the time of these chapters and experiences. So you can write, you know what I'm saying, a certain thing about what was positive about it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because because we some good interview givers.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about men. I ain't
Mhm.
talking about these boys. I'm talking about
Mhm.
men. Real men and real women are some good interview givers. So they're gonna be like, so what happened in your life? I'm privy to this. You know what I'm saying? So what happened? So was there anything that you could have done to change that outcome?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's vetting. You see what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
true vetting.
Yeah.
If you get up to a person that's truly vetting you,
Mhm.
you don't want to be like, because you ain't gonna be like, oh, I just didn't like that person at my last job. You don't say that in no interview, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
See, that's why that concept is so unique.
Yeah.
So taking those aspects and thinking about it and transferring it into the psychological understanding of life and relationships
Mhm.
is a wonderful thing. I think yes,
Hmm.
it completely should be a concept that should be added and used.
That's what's
Hmm.
up, dog. That's definitely what's up, man. I like that, dog. Would you? Let me ask you a question, Jay. What do you on a resume? What would you say on a resume is the most important thing that a person who is trying to hire you? What would you say on a resume is the most important or the most impressive thing about a person when they're looking to be a part of your company? When
First
you
of all,
trying to be a part of your
consistency.
company? Okay.
That's the first thing. Consistency. Out of the course of your, you know what I'm saying, out of the course, like I have a career in IT. So I want to have a consistent resume
Yeah.
in IT. If I have, you know what I'm saying, Best Buy and then a fast food restaurant right after it, and then I was lawn gardening after that, and then I was, you know what I mean?
Then you
And
drive
then
a
I'm
truck.
coming to you trying to come back into IT.
Uh,
It's gonna be like, oh, okay, because the other people are dedicated to IT next to you.
mm-hmm.
So you want consistency and the ability to adapt.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes your way ain't always the way that needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Every company is different in their manifestation, the way they do things. That's like every person is.
Mm-hmm.
So the ability to adapt, people like, well, I'm not really that efficient in this, but I'm willing to understand the way y'all do it according to that because I am a quick learner.
Mm-hmm.
I can go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Once I hit, I pick it up real fast, so you don't have to worry about that. I am deficient in that, but you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you have a person that's, you know what I'm saying, in a certain aspect in your life that you're not directly connected to. But it's not a bad thing. You're just not directly connected to it. You should have the ability to adapt to it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm deficient in, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I'm willing to understand that based on where I'm trying to go.
Mm.
Hmm.
My
So, I mean,
man, dog.
Fire,
What's up, dog? Hey, that's fire
fire,
right there, man. What you think, Rollo? What you think, man? Give
fire.
me a concept a little
Man,
bit.
it's
Man,
not
give
much. Yeah, it's not much to say after that. I agree with everything, man. And in life, let's take the resume. A resume is a list of experiences you have had, and hopefully each experience you have had has will get you to the ultimate goal of where you want to be, what you want to do. So the same go with life, man. Everything you go through, you should want to take something from it and add it to yourself. You
mm-hmm.
want to add it to how you move. You want to add it to how you date. You want to add it to your relationships. You want to add it to how you live your life. You want to add it to how you interact with your family and friends. You want to add it to everything. So it definitely, but it's the key is making sure you do it. The key is making sure. So like you on a resume, you might have had a job and you forgot to update it. So you apply somewhere else. You dang, I should have put that experience on there. Nobody can see it because it's not there. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, in life, damn, I'm really tired of walking outside my door and hitting my head at the top on the top of my walking outside my door and hitting my head. So let me make sure I walk a little bit slower. So now I'm good. I have succeeded in not making that mistake no more. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
you want to apply everything and you can't forget nothing. Good or bad. Good or bad.
Yeah.
good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely love this concept of the updating your resume, applying it to your life because the key is to always get better every day. Like when I pray in the morning, I pray that I'm just better today than I was yesterday. I'm adding on to what I'm adding on to my energy from yesterday and trying to make it better. Okay, whatever I did yesterday, whatever I did yesterday, let me remember it, put it in my mental, and apply it today.
Yeah.
Life,
Right, right.
relationships, all of that.
Mhm.
You know
Think
what I'm
about.
saying?
I love this, man. Like I really love this concept. This concept. Think because we could
This is
just talk
dope.
about a resume, and I hope it kicks
Yeah.
in. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just talk about a resume. You'd be like, never thought
Yeah.
about it. I'm sitting there thinking when Rob was talking. I agree with you, Rob, the whole time. But think about the copy, the actual resume. You know what I'm saying? It has it's supposed to. This is back in my day. Back in my day. I'm
Hmm.
gonna say back in my day. I don't know how they do it now. But back in my day, man, they had your information first.
Yeah.
You had to explain who you were first. Right? Then there was an objective statement.
Mm-hmm.
What is your goal?
What is what?
Yeah,
What's the
Straight off the
outcome?
top.
yeah.
Off the top of the resume.
God,
What
what you
is your
want?
goal?
What do you want?
What do you want? If you don't know what you want, there's no reason for the interview.
No reason.
There's no reason to continue if you don't know what you want. So the objective statement was to do something for
Yep.
you. It wasn't even for the job. It was for you.
Yeah.
The objective statement was.
Mm-hmm.
So then you got the body of it,
Mm-hmm.
which is your experience and your education.
Mm-hmm.
Your experience we already talked about. Then you got the education to back up
Mm-hmm.
the experience.
Yep.
You have to list both of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then again, it could be on, because when you have that justice scale of each another, it will show. If you have a lot of education and no experience,
Mm-hmm.
that'll show. If you
Yeah.
have a lot of experience but no
It
education,
will show.
that'll show too.
Yes, it will.
Just think about how that applies to relationships in life.
Mm-hmm.
Always,
Then
always.
the last thing, dog. This is the last. Then the last thing they hit me with is like, make sure I'm talking, because back in the day, again, like I don't know, in my K through 12, man, and they was teaching me this, man. They taught you how to do this. They sat you down and taught you how to do this, right?
Yeah.
And the last thing you want is references,
Yep.
because somebody prove who you are.
Yeah.
Somebody back that
Now,
up.
if you ain't got no internal circle that'll be like you, that person,
Yeah.
then there's no reason for me to believe everything you're listing.
Facts.
Oh.
Facts.
If I can go to somebody next to you and they saying something totally opposite of what you got on this chart,
It's a problem.
it's a problem. Then I'm
Man.
gonna start asking more questions in the interview.
Yes.
Because I'm telling you, real men and women are great interview givers. Because they've been through it, they know what they want, and they know what questions to ask to probe. Remember the probing questions,
Yeah.
right? That's in the interview. Probing questions. They're gonna probe to find out if you fit. So that's the vetting process we just talked about.
Yes, sir.
If you fit what I'm doing right here. So you're applying to me. This is how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I've done the work on myself. I took time out years and I've done the work on myself. So I try my best to keep humility, but then again, I got a little personalized to myself because I know who I am and I know what I bring.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and be that type of person. But so I'm probing. I automatically take the interview site anyway. You know what I'm saying? So if I introduce them, like, oh, okay, we go ahead and introduce each other, meet each other at a place. It's all great and gravy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is nice. It's okay, cool. All right. You applied. All right, cool. So then I'm going to go ahead and be like, all right, so we're going to talk on the phone. I'm going to get a brief synopsis of you. Ain't that what we do?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get a brief synopsis of you. I'm going to get this introduction on this, what's your favorite color and all the other bull. I'm going to get this out the way. And then I'm going to take you on an interview, which is the initial date. Right? Now, you got to pass the phone part to get to the interview.
Yeah, man. You breaking it down, dog. Let's go.
Because I'm sorry, you got me going now,
Let's
bro.
go, dog. Let's go. This
Because you
really got me going.
Because you can fake the phone interview. And it'll be realistic when we sitting there one-on-one and I get the chance to watch what you saying and see your body language and all that type of stuff. This is what people do in interviews. Like, literally, that's real talk.
Facts.
They start really listening and watching to see if you lying. They remember everything that you said before and probably re-ask you a couple of questions just to make sure you're consistent. Right? So that's what they do. This is what I'm literally applied this, right? So if I don't like you on the phone, I'm not going out with you. So if I'm going out with you, that means you passed the phone part. So I passed the phone part in the first date. This one, you see how how the interview go. The company's experience with we are this, and this is what we do, and this is what we're about, and this is what we do. I'm gonna give you some background on what we do. Blah 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 blah. Hit that out. They do all that type of stuff, and then they attack you. All right. So why you feel about that? This is the position. How you feel about it? All right. So let's go a little deeper into it. I see here that you had experience in this. Tell me about that. See, I'm like that. What you do in your past relationship? Like, how did
he definitely does that.
These are my boys. They know. Like, how did what you doing? How did that end up? Do you think you could have changed anything for the better? You know what I'm saying? Or you think that was a total wrap? I'm listening. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Ask me any question. I'm an open book, just like the company is an open book. We ask any question that you ask, whatever you want. That's what they say. Ask whatever you want. But I'm watching all that. So by the time of the interview, you might get another one. But then again, you might get that phone call like, well, I'm straight. So it applies.
Yeah.
It applies to the fullest.
It does.
So
I'm
going to be transparent, right? So, all right, this question, I'm going to be honest with you, where it came from. It came from, I was watching Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless talk about Cam Newton and how Cam Newton was calling all these other quarterbacks randoms, but Cam Newton ain't
played for like 5 years.
He ain't been popping since like 2016.
Yeah.
What the year he won the MVP?
15, 16. Yeah.
So Shannon Sharp was like, "You got to update your resume. Skip. Okay, let's say for the argument, Skip.
Right.
That playing for the coach. What are you gonna do with the coach? I haven't seen you play." And you know what I'm saying? He was really getting into it. But when he said it, it was like a light bulb came on. Like, yo, you can apply that concept to life and relationships, really, because especially when you're out here in the dating market and you're dating with intention, you can utilize this concept. Another thing that's on the resume that is noted, that's on there, is skills and achievements.
Yeah.
And
Accreditations.
The skills part is very, very important because based on your skill set, does it fit the description of what it is that I need?
Right. That's deep, man.
Does it?
That's deep.
Do you fit what I need?
That is real.
If a man, and this is for men that are listening, this is for men who are actually being intentional and they want wives. Okay. She is made to be your helpmeet. If whatever she has that doesn't fit you, don't try to force it. Don't try to force it, because what's going to happen is if you try to force that, you're not going to satisfy her in the long game. You're not going to be able to satisfy because you try to force fit. This is what a lot of times when the companies are desperate, they have no one else. They just need to hire somebody. They just need to put a body in the seat. They'll hire anybody, and then they have an expectation, but they don't have the skill set.
Yeah, like they're gonna carry out the responsibility.
You don't think they're not gonna be able to carry out the task before them?
Nope.
Right. So if they're not gonna be able to carry out the task, and then you have them for like 30 days, be like, you know what, I gotta get rid of this person because you picked the wrong person.
Yeah,
that's where picking the wrong.
That's that coworker. Like, he be talking in the break room. Like, who's the new guy?
Who's the new dude?
John. John don't know a damn
He don't
thing
know
about this
nothing,
job.
man. I'm training John. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's
I'm
supposed to come
training
in
John.
helping us, but I'm
Yeah,
training him.
right.
No, you got to come in, and if a person is not coming in with the goods already, especially what it is, whatever it is that you need, then don't try to force feed that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It has to be an organic fit. It has to be a
Facts.
natural fit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you
Mm-hmm.
have one of the things that I know a lot of people look at is how long were you in your career, like Jay said, and how long were you at that particular place?
Right,
You was there for
right,
3,
right.
4, 5, 6 years, and they never promoted you or whatever, and you're looking for a better opportunity. Okay, I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
That lets me know you're on time, you do your business, you handle your business, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you went the same year you get fired when you get hired, it's like, what happened to you? Dang,
Oh
homie.
07, 08, I was at
In high school,
in
you was the
08 to
man,
09, I
homie.
was at
You know what I'm saying?
in 09 and 010, I was
Yeah.
at
Like January 2020, March 2020,
Damn,
at
homie.
FedEx. And then April 2020 to August 2020, I was at UPS. And then,
right,
come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like at some
right.
point, you gotta be where you have no stability. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? You have no stability, and so can't nobody trust that. So you have to
Mm-hmm.
update your resume. Update what it is. You have to update what it is that you've learned. And
Right.
every resume, you update what you've learned. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I recently updated my resume because I've learned. So I've been not only have I been admin, not only have I been system admin, I've been a network admin. I've
Mm-hmm.
done server maintenance. I've done TCP IP IP address assignments. Like I've done certain things that my skill set is going up. So now I'm
Mm-hmm.
able to ask for what I want because I know what I want.
Yep.
You know
Right,
what
right,
I'm saying?
right, right.
If you
And it
don't know
looks
what you
like
want,
you know what you want.
exactly. If you don't know what you want, it'll show
Yep.
in the objective. This person has no idea. They just
Yeah.
it'll show them like, okay,
Right.
they just want to be here to make more money. They might as well just said that. I just want somebody to take care of me.
to to pursue a career with better opportunities so I can take care of my independence.
Exactly. It's like you just want a job to make money. That's all it is.
That's why it's important to understand. It's important to understand your current situation so you can dissect it and internalize it to carry it on to the next thing. Don't
Exactly.
just, it's okay to be in a moment, but
Yeah.
think about what's happening right now. Think about the experience you're having so you
Mm-hmm.
can add it on to that, whether it's good or bad.
And one of the
So
things,
you can improve.
right?
Right.
One of the things that we do a bad job at is carrying the actual experience in a positive way to our next phase.
Yeah.
Right.
To our next
Extracting it.
phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
Right.
have to learn how to eat the fish and spit out the bones.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Pull.
Damn. Oh wow. Wow. All over the place, man.
Dog, you have to.
Massacre.
You have to. You have to learn how to extract what the most key points is. That's called having a critical analysis. Do you know? Because I know Rod get on us all the time about being analytical. He always say, "Do you know
Can't
analysts
stand
get
it.
paid 6
Okay,
I will
can't stand it.
analyze everything for to
I will
I
extract.
love
analyze the hell out of this
I love you.
situation, bro.
I love y'all though. I love y'all though.
See what I'm saying? It's critical. You have to be able to. That's a skill. There was a time in
It
school
is. Yeah.
where they taught us
It's
reading
helped me. It's helped
comprehension.
me, honestly.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
reading comprehension was a subject.
Mm-hmm.
It
That's
tested
true.
your cognitive skill set on how
Right.
to understand something.
And people
The
miss
main
that.
idea,
Reading was a subject, and
yeah,
then reading comprehension was a whole nother
it was a
subject.
whole
Whole
different
nother
thing.
subject.
It's a totally different thing.
Right.
It was a different thing.
Right.
It had
Yeah.
they were in the same realm and operated differently
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
because reading comprehension showed you how to look at the main idea of things, to actually look at the point of things instead of going through inconsequential rhetoric, which
Right.
absolutely goes nowhere. You make these small points and make them big because you feel a certain way. No, it ain't about how you feel on your resume. Well, I feel like I'm qualified for this job. No, you worked at FedEx, then you worked at McDonald's, then you worked at Burger King, then you worked at UPS, then you worked at Now you want to come to Penske and drive our trucks when you ain't been driving.
Now you want to work for the government.
You don't even have your qualifications. You don't have your show. Really? You ain't qualified for this. You need to update your resume, update your skill set, update your mindset, update your maturity, update this stuff. You have to do this on your own. This is the reason why you have to have a period of isolation so you can learn yourself and you can discover what it is that you really want. Do you really want to be a wife? Do you really want to be a husband? Do you really want to just date with the intent and then to see if how far you want to take this? You have to write it out, because the worst thing to have is a vision that has never been written out. Then what's the objective? What's the plan of action on this? You just gonna date along? You gonna date around forever until you figure out who the person is? You're gonna lottery pick the person? What you gonna do? A draft? You know, you got all these people that you got all these women and men that you know, and you're just going to draft the number one pick, the second pick of the draft, the third pick of the draft. What you going to do? How long are you going to do this? You see what I'm saying?
Violence mode.
Update your resume. Anytime you get to a new place, you got to update your resume, because guess what? That person is going to come with a different set of boundaries.
Absolutely.
They have a different set of structure. It's a different structure.
Every company is different.
Every company is different.
The basis of the company is the same, but the way they ran is completely different.
Completely different. The last guy you dealt with ain't gonna be like this new dude you talking to.
Right.
So he might be a little bit more mature than the last guy. So you're gonna have to update that. You're gonna have to work on that thing that triggers you when a person asks you a question that might be a little bit uncomfortable. You're gonna have to work on that.
And men, every woman is not going to accept your approach. Every woman is not going to accept pulling out the money and showing it to them. Every woman is not going to accept walking them out. You know what I'm saying? Every woman is not going to accept you walking them outside and showing them your car. You got to level up your way of moving.
Y'all pulling off the hip now.
You carrying a lot of wild money with a woman that don't care about money like that.
Don't care nothing about money.
That ain't gonna work. Get your skills up, man. So, hey, man, shout out to the fellas, though. That was
good. Hey, man. Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, I kind of like this chilling, man. This feels kind of good. This feels kind of good.
People in the chat, thank you all so much again for watching the Mailroom Show. We got our boys Rollo the Don birthday weekend, and we got my boy JB the Gent. You know.